He has a 1-1 count. That one's struck high. Left side. That one's going. That's right here off the race. You have to be kidding me. Fireworks. Here you go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome one and welcome all. Thanks again for joining us. This is the High and Tight program. Again, this is our time where we dive into Iowa high school baseball. High school baseball, college baseball, professional baseball, it doesn't matter. Any which way you dice it, we're here to give you that, again, right here live with a lot of fun. So please go ahead and give us your thoughts. Give us all that you think and more. We'd love to hear from you. So again, wherever you get the chance, however you get the chance to connect with us, please do, and we would love to hear from you. This show helped to be brought in part by the Log Cabin Greek Steakhouse in Galena, Illinois. Also, Insolights.com, the LED flashing insulated light that you can see from up to half a mile or more away. Truly something special there. You got to check them out today at Insolights.com. Oh, and of course, this also brought in part by the great folks at RDA Financial. They help to bring us our RDA Financial Prospect Planner every week. So really kind of a fun time and really a great conversation that we get to have, as that is in the pursuit of the college game, right? Or the next level. And we have a lot of fun with that. So again, RDA Financial helping to bring us this as well. Also got to give a shout out to Casmium Sports for helping to give all of our stats, all the stat junkies out there. Casmium Sports helps us to bring all that to the table and more. So again, appreciate Casmium for helping to, again, bring us all of that and more. And again, as you can see there, again, Casmium.com. Check them out, what they can do for you today. Again, my name is Andrew Brown. Thanks again for joining me here, and I really appreciate the chance that we get to have and dive into this kind of conversation. A lot of great content to cover here. If you're new to the show, the format that we do it this year is every week on High and Tight, we go ahead and we have a kind of a premier guest that we get on, we chat with, and that this week is going to be none other than AJD, again, West Marshall product. He officially has hit the record books as the number one in hit by pitches in his entire career across the high school slate, and even maybe nationally as well. So he has made his way onto the base pass in any which way he could. Kate Nissen got the chance to catch up with him and have a really cool conversation on just how that came to be, what does he do, and all of that jazz in between. So again, a good conversation in there with him. Plus, we give you what is coming up in terms of our player of the week. Yes, we had to kind of push it back to today, but in the end, we get you our week 2 player of the week. We'll go through the list, and again, we'll go ahead and give the announcement here in just a bit. Then, of course, we also have our newest segment called Amazing Scene This Week. We see a lot of amazing things in high school baseball, and we love it when you send us all of your stuff. All the great highlights, from defensive flash of the leather to the big bats going over the fence. We want to see all of that and more. So that's why we love this, and that's all about from the fans' perspective. As I grab something here. But again, it's all about the fans' perspective on that. So please continue to give us all that you have and more. We want to highlight that. And certainly I haven't gotten to everybody. I only have a certain number of slots. But in the end, I want to see it. I want to see the walk-offs. I want to see the absolute game-winning catches. I want to see all of that. And we want to highlight that right here. So make sure to go ahead and get that to us as soon as you get the chance. And hey, it could be on our High and Tight program. All right, so it is now time, ladies and gentlemen. We are getting to that point where we start off the show with our player of the week. Now, what we're going to do here is we're going to transform it into performance of the week. Because what we've realized here is that there have been a lot of good string of performances that have happened, that have occurred, and that have continued to rock on. There's a lot of great guys in here. We got the chance to see a broadcast Sioux City East in the not so distant future, and boy, that was a really fun one. Again, I'll give you a candidate there, Jack Steeler. He ended up reaching base every single time he got to the plate across both the games, both doubleheader games against Sergeant Bluff Luton. That is a feat that's really hard to do. He found a way, being hit by pitch, walk, uh, error, it doesn't matter. He ended up reaching the base pass in every at bat he had across those two games. And of course, Frankie Stews for dominating Johnston to a scoreless game for the Dragons. But of course, beyond that, there's so many more that we want to get to. And so again, let's get to it here right now. Let's start with our IA Baseball player, now changing to performance of the week. And again, this was voted on by you on the Facebook scene. So make sure to go there, check out Facebook each and every week and vote. I'll give you my thoughts on who I like. And again, I just gave you my one of my many nods, of course, being Jack Steeler, but it's really hard when you've got so many guys that have been absolutely dominating and are rocking it. So again, you make it hard, and so continue to make this difficult for us to try and narrow it down. But again, this is all about your voting, though. That's the biggest thing. The biggest factor in this is your vote. We only count for a little. Your vote counts for a lot. So let's go ahead and take a look at who was in the nomination, who was in the running. Of course, we start off again with Owen Kloxheim. I hope I'm saying that right. I apologize if not. Versus Lone Tree. Lone Tree had not a lot of chance there. 11 strikeouts through 6 innings and won an absolute dominant performance. He also had 2 doubles. He was just a one-man wrecking crew. Again, Owen gets the nod as one of our candidates for player of the week. And moving on from there, another performance here. Braden Horkey against West Sioux. Again, Galen Catholic, we know they've been a good program. He ends up really highlighting that once more. 7 innings pitched, 13 Ks, 1 hit allowed, 13 Ks. I mean, you think about it, you only have 21 outs to work with. And 13 of those from Braden Horkey ended up in strikeouts. So again, congrats to Braden. Moving along the list here, of course, we also have, like I mentioned, Jack Steeler, who again went onto the base pass in every single at-bat across the Sergeant Bluff Luton doubleheader. In the end, he had a huge game in which he had 3 hits, 3 doubles, and 5 runs, again, across both sides of it anyway. And moving on from there, we have, of course, Colton Moffitt against North Tama. Hard to do anything against when you go 7 innings deep, 10 Ks, just 2 hits allowed. Very hard to make anything else work there for sure. And, of course, you can't go without mentioning here J.D. Schneider. 6 innings pitched, 12 strikeouts. And he also put up a home run for Storm Lake as well. At ELC, hard time for them, especially when you got a one-man wrecking crew like that. And, of course, we have Kinnick Jensen against Kingsley Pearson. 6 innings, 8 Ks, not a single earned run. Baxter really liking his services for sure. He is rocking it. And moving on here, Kane Cook, against Bishop Garrigan. That's a hard team to do this against. Look at that stat line. 6.2 innings, 16 Ks, not a single hit allowed. You know what? Definitely deserving of a mark for sure. And then, of course, moving on, Maddox Strasburg, a big home run for him. In the end, he had 2 of those against Waterloo West. He ended up with 3 hits total. And again, when you have nothing but extra base hits for the day, yeah, you did pretty well. And, of course, moving on, Drew Owen, he had 4 hits, 1 home run, 8 total bases. In the end, against the 3-game slate he had last week, 9 hits through 12 at-bats, a double, a home run, 5 RBIs, 4 stolen bases. Drew Owen is one of our top upperclassmen in the state for a reason. Again, he can just do it all, and he sure has. And last but certainly not least, Blaine Mergen against Cedar Rapids, Washington. 7 innings pitched, 2 hits, and 4 strikeouts there in that mark. And so, again, as we keep rolling along, we are now going to give our official player of the week. So let's go ahead. Let's dive into it. Let's get a little bit of a drum roll, or at least a timpani roll here. And it is, that's right, Kane Cooks, excuse me. You have won our player of the week as voted on by the fans. Our player of the week against Bishop Garrigan. A heck of an outing for him. He has gotten the most votes by you, the fans. And again, certainly well-deserving. 16 Ks. Again, 21 strikeouts or 21 outs to work with. 16 of them going by the way of strikeouts. You just don't get much better than that. So again, congratulations, Kane. You have won our player of the week. And this is all brought to you by Casmium Sports. Make sure to check them out and what they can do for your team, your program, all of that stuff. They help to bring us our stats of the week and, of course, our player of the week. All right, so as we continue on, again, so many great performances here. We're going to have to highlight, and one thing I want to do on the show here more is I want to get all the performances I can. I'm going to post them up everywhere up here so you can go ahead and watch it, look at it, and see all the great performances across. And, of course, not only that, but reference a lot to our social media and Rockman feeds where you can find our games, notable scores to watch, of course, our top freshmen, sophomore, juniors, and seniors lists. Of course, there's still time you can go and catch our conference looks as well and kind of gauge how did our previews go to, now through week 3 of the season. So a lot of chances for you to kind of catch great content as well, plus more across this scene here. So make sure to check out that and give us your comments on it. What do you think? Should we look at something more? What game should we go to next? Is there any stats or any big oddity that you think we should really highlight? Let us know, and we would certainly love to do that. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, we're going to move right along here again into one of the newer segments that I brought here, and again, a chance to highlight your videos that you have put out there, highlighting the players and the coaches and umpires that make this game so great here in the state of Iowa. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's dive into our newest segment called, again, Amazing Scene This Week. Let's get into it right here and right now. And, of course, that was a notable grand slam off the bat of Kay DeFelt. Grand slam, second home run of the season. That was absolutely huge and absolutely stellar. Love to see that. And, of course, for number 4... Yes, that was the Bulldogs walking it off there. Again, Algona walking off Clear Lake for the win and a huge victory for the Bulldogs. And of course, number 3, we went back to it. A big at bat by Strasburg.
Come on, Maddox. Oh, oh, go ball.
And of course, number 2, a huge walk-off from Anthony High against Rival Centennial.
Oh, yeah! Look at that.
And then, of course, can't go without mentioning a highlight here coming on up as the Nevada Cubs won against PCM Monroe from Principal Park. And that was a huge game for them, big win. And in the end, it was Drake Hinson with a stellar outing. Overall, he's had a good streak himself. He has gone 19 innings pitched and produced 32 strikeouts with a 121 batting average against him. Teams having just a hard time doing much against that absolute stellar arm. So again, I'm going to kind of touch up and refine that segment just a little bit. Sorry for the technical difficulties, but in the end, that's a segment that we're going to rock with and have a lot of fun with, and that's your videos that I want to put out there. So again, this is all about highlighting what you do as well. So please hit us up on social media, on X, on Instagram, on Facebook, wherever you can reach out to us. Hit us up, let us know. Did something big happen? Did a big monumental milestone come through? Let us know. We really want to highlight that as well. It's all of us working together, so let's have some fun with it. Okay, so again, this is the time where we ease into it, and now we get into really a really cool conversation. And again, Cade Nissen got the chance to catch up with now the Iowa high school leader in hit by pitches. In fact, at one point had more hit by pitch in his career than actual hits. So whatever this guy needs to do, AJ gets on, and he's not shy about getting on anyway, helping the team. We talked about this real big team player, and again, Cade got the chance to catch up with him and dive all through the monumental milestone and beyond. So without further ado, let's take a listen and enjoy.
Welcome in, everybody. Cade Nissen here at IA Baseball. Pleased to be joined by the newest career record holder in the state of Iowa. AJD just broke the record for most career hit by pitches. He just hit number 78 recently. And as far as we know, I saw on Wes Marshall's Twitter that this could be a national record. I know the article wasn't updated too lately, but I mean, as far as we can see, there hasn't been anybody that has been hit by a pitch more than AJ. I want to start off, Mr. D. Is this a you thing? Is this a program thing? I mean, where did this start? And I mean, I obviously don't get 78. You don't get hit 78 times just by accident.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a program thing for sure. Ever since 8th grade, I've been on varsity, and it's been a long run. And as an 8th grader, I wasn't the strongest kid, wasn't the biggest, so I had to find ways to, get on base, help the team because we had a lot of guys that could hit the ball really well. And hit by pitch, that kind of started to be my thing. It's how I got on base, how I helped the team as a 9 hitter. So just carried on from there.
Yeah, I mean, I saw it starting back in there. I mean, you got hit what 6, 7 times your 8th grade year, and then your freshman
Mm-hmm.
year. I mean, that was the big year. That was like 29, 30 times. I mean,
29. It's
yeah.
29. Yep.
What goes in? I mean, why was that year different than all the others?
I think I learned a lot from my
Yeah.
8th grade year. Just those varsity at bats are a lot different than a little tournament when I was younger. So, um, just not moving out of the way. It's just a lot of people move out of the way. I've just learned to stay right there. Even when I got hit in the face last year, first at bat, didn't move, but it's all right. It's worth it. I think it helps the team a lot, and it's a big way for me to get on base and just get on base.
I mean, you talk about not getting out of the way. Is there any more of a strategy to it? I mean, when you're going up to the plate, like what is your approach when you go up there? Because obviously you're kind of working the bats a little bit more now as a
Mm-hmm.
leadoff guy, and we'll talk about you hitting in that leadoff spot. But I mean, is there any like secret strategy that people need to know about, or are you just kind of seeing the ball coming towards you and not being the one to move?
Well, I mean, early on when nobody knew that I was like gonna get hit by all these pitches, I'd stick my elbow out a little bit probably. But it happened. But now I can't really do that. I get called back, and usually it's for a ball or a strike. They call it a strike even though it hits me, and that's not fun. But we've been going through practice. Johnston, Coach Brown, our coach, is friends with the Johnston coach, and the Johnston boys, when they get hit, they turn towards the umpire and walk behind the umpire. So I've never done that. I've always just got hit, throw my bat, went to first base, and it's probably not the best look. So we've learned how to turn towards the umpire, and that's probably a good way to not get called back and get those hit by pitches numbers up.
Absolutely. Well, I have noticed in past years, I don't know when the switch kind of officially took place, but you're in the leadoff spot. I'm not saying you aren't fast, but you're not the prototypical leadoff guy, I'd say.
No,
I'm guessing I know the reason for Coach Brown putting you in that leadoff
yeah.
spot. But go ahead and explain what that kind of strategy was, and maybe when he put you there, and how that
hmm
started.
Well, I've always been a power hitter, I guess, in my mind. I've always been 3 or 4 or 5. And last year we had Owen Seegert at 1. So, and he'd
Yeah.
always get on base, probably with a hit more than a hit by pitch. But I know it gave the team after he got up a lot of like confidence because we knew we could do it if he could do it. And he was a perfect leadoff batter, and he graduated, so we didn't have really anybody. And my on base percentage was the highest, I guess, on the team. So Brown put me there to get on base. It worked the first game, but it's been a struggle, I think, for me. It's a little weird. It's a little challenging just catching, especially at like a home game. You got to catch and then come straight off the field, go bat. You don't really get to see the ball, the pitcher that much. So it's a little weird. It's been a challenge, but I think I'm getting it down.
Yeah, I was gonna say hit by pitch numbers are up for your senior year, but maybe not the average and stuff you're wanting. How are
Yep.
you looking to improve? What are you kind of seeing, and what are you learning from being in that leadoff spot? And you said having to hustle, especially when you're home and getting that gear off
Yeah.
and getting ready to hit.
Yeah, so I mean, batting 3 or 4 or 5 like last year, I didn't really see as many breaking balls early on in
Hmm.
the count. And batting leadoff, I think I've seen a little more breaking balls and off-speed pitches early on in the count. And I've just been trying to hit that fastball, and my approach is just do damage with the fastball. So that's the approach for this year, I guess.
Absolutely. Well, I got some not trivia, just some random questions for you. But I know the curveball is probably the best pitch to get hit by. But if we're talking
hmm
fastballs, give me the best place to get hit and the worst place to get hit. And you can use some
Hmm.
past stories if you want. But what are the ones that you look forward to, and what are the ones that you really don't?
So I wear an elbow guard,
Yep.
and when I wear the elbow guard, I never seem to get hit in the elbow. So it always hits me in the upper arm. It never hits the elbow guard for some reason. But when I take the elbow guard off, then it'll hit me in the elbow. So I don't know what to do. But the worst spot to get hit is probably in the face. I mean, I've got hit in the face. That was not fun. I got rushed to the ER. I broke my cheekbone, but that's not a fun spot. The elbow hurts. And then I got to go back out there and catch the ball. And I'm like trying to hold my arm up. That's not fun at all. So the elbow or face, probably the worst for me.
What about
Then
what? Oh, yeah, the best.
the best, mm, it's probably somewhere in the back.
Right.
The back. I mean, I don't think I have ever, out of all the hit by pitches, I don't think I've ever got hit in the leg. It's just like weird. I've never gotten hit in the leg, so I bet the thigh would be a good spot to get hit by a pitch. I mean, the back for me or the biceps probably the best spot to get hit because it doesn't hurt the most. A little 5 seconds and the pain's gone. So
Yeah, I mean, you're taking the hit by pitches, then you're going and sitting behind the plate where you're getting hit even more, so you're
yeah,
kind of used
oh
to
for
that.
sure. It's
uh,
you gotta be tough, but I seem to get through it.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, slow start maybe for you guys this year, but you
hmm
just picked up Coach Brown's 300th win. I saw it on the
Yeah,
walk-off fashion.
that was
I mean,
cool.
what can that do for momentum, and what's it like playing for Coach Brown in that program? I mean, you guys have been extremely successful every single year that you've been able to play for those guys.
Yeah, I mean we've had a lot of great players come through, and since I've been here and playing for Coach, he gives it his all. He gives us his all every single day. Baseball's his thing. He freaking wakes up, goes to his son's baseball games, in Des Moines, comes back to coach us, and then wakes up in the morning, does the same thing, and he always has a plan for us. He's always trying to get us better, 1% better. That's our thing. It's awesome playing for him because he cares so much. So it makes us want to give that back to him. So yeah, the 300th win, that was pretty sweet. I've never really been a part of a team that got to 300 wins, so it was pretty cool.
Perfect. That's AJD, your new career hit by pitch record holder in the state of Iowa. AJ, it was a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you, man. See ya.
And again, what a great conversation that is. We want more of those. We want more conversations like that. We want all the nuances. What's going on? We want to talk with you, whether it's online or, of course, in person. We want to have that sit down. We want to have that conversation. So please go ahead and reach out to us. We want to hear who should we talk to next. We've got a couple guys in mind, and certainly it's going to be a fun time chatting with them. But again, as we look to wrap up our show, don't forget we will have another live game broadcast here for you coming up this week on Thursday. We'll let you know where that is and how you can view it. Well, you're viewing it right here, right? So it'll all be right here for you to check out, and you'll be able to catch up that. Plus, we have more conversation from Chips, the wonderful organization and facility that is new into the Des Moines area to Waukee. We got the chance to sit down with them and catch up on a lot of their coaches, and including some Iowa guys who have been here, done that, and know what this high school season is all about. Plus, we got more from Perfect Game, from PBR Iowa, of course, and of course, all across the travel ball scene from the sticks and beyond. We'd love to talk all about that and have a lot of fun in the process. So, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, really appreciate you coming along for the ride here today. It's been a fun one. Of course, as we go and refine the show, any segment ideas, we'd love to hear from you. We've got some things in the works, and hopefully you're going to get to enjoy those here yet this season. So stick around, stay tuned. As always, head on over to rockfin.com/IA baseball. Again, that's rockfin, ROKFIN.com/IA baseball. As it's right up there. A chance for you to go ahead and catch up on all the great stuff that we've already put out there. Again, a lot of preseason content that's still applicable now. Our top juniors, freshmen, sophomore, seniors, and again, conference previews, all of that great stuff, including stat leaders from last year that are returning, and a whole lot of fun. So, anything else? Let us know. We'd love to chat with you, and we'd love to talk. Also, we have the Sandlot conversation with David Mickey Evans right here on IA Sports YouTube page. It's a full, almost 2-hour conversation that we went through, and we broke down the whole film. We went through every little bit about what are the secrets behind the film. Some of them I can't say out loud right now, but if you go and watch it, you'll be able to check it out, including what was the secret sauce behind getting James Earl Jones to be a part of that, and what took place there, how they got to use Dodger Stadium, and beyond. So again, really cool conversation to check out there, and among many others, just great baseball time as well. So please hit that up, have a lot of fun, and hey, just have fun with baseball in general. It's a great game. Please pay your respects and be respectful to the umpires who make this game possible. Give a lot of props to your coaches who put in a lot of time to help make the game so great for the kids, and of course the players themselves. It's great baseball, and they do a lot of great work here. So thank them, and hey, thank you for tuning in. This has been a production here of IA Sports and IA Baseball's High and Tight program. Make sure to check with us every week, but we'll make sure every Monday you'll be able to get your Player of the Week, Amazing Scene This Week segment, and some really cool content from conversations along the way. So until we see each other next time, ladies and gentlemen, thanks again for tuning in, and stay safe on the base paths. Thanks again.